beautiful booksters. Today I'll be reading The Tale of Squirrel Nutkin, and it was written by Beatrix Potter, author of The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Do you remember when I read The Tale of Peter Rabbit to you? It is the same author as Peter Rabbit. Isn't that amazing? Now, I just have a comfy spot that I am curled up in. If you have a comfy spot, you could also just sit in it and read along with me. And I also got these puppets. This is a mousey. These are all the characters we're going to have. This is a mousey, and this is a white owl. Let's see. And this is Nutkin. He's our little teeny whiny squirrel. Let's say hello, guys. These will be our reading partners. Okay, now let's get started. This is a tale about a tale. A tale that belonged to a little red squirrel. His name was Nutkin. He had a brother called Twinkleberry and great many cousins. They lived in a woods at the edge of a lake. Here's my Nutkin. In the middle of a lake, there's an island covered with trees and nut bushes, and amongst those trees stands a hollow oak tree, which is the house of an owl who's called Old Brown. One autumn, when the nuts were ripe and the leaves on the hazel bushes were golden and green, Nutkin and Twinkleberry and all the other little squirrels came out of the wood and down to the edge of the lake. They made little rafts out of twigs, and they paddled away over the water to Owl Island to gather nuts. Each squirrel had a little sack and a large oar and spread out his tail for a sail. They also took with them an offering of 3 fat mice as a present for Old Brown, and put them down upon his doorstep. Then Twinkleberry and the other little squirrels each made a low bow and said politely, "Oh, Mr. Brown, will you favor us with permission to gather nuts upon your island?" This is Mr. Owl. But Nutkin was excessively impertinent in his manners. He bobbed up and down like a little red cherry, singing, riddle me, rot-tot-toot. A little wee man in a red coat, a staff in his hand and a stone in his throat. If you'll tell me this riddle, I'll give you a groat. Now, this riddle is as old as the hills. Mr. Brown paid no attention whatever to Nutkin. He shut his eyes stubbornly and went to sleep. The squirrels filled their little sacks with nuts and sailed away home in the evening. But the next morning they all came back again to Owl Island, and Twinkleberry and the other brought a fine fat mole and laid it on the stone in front of Old Brown's door and said, "Mr. Brown, will you favor us with gracious permission to gather some more nuts?" But Nutkin, who had no respect, began to dance up and down, tickling Old Brown with a nettle and singing, "Oh, Mr. B, riddle me, hitty-pitty within the wall, hitty-pitty without the wall. If you touch hitty-pitty, hitty-pitty will bite you." Mr. Brown woke up suddenly and carried the mole into his house. He shut the door in Nutkin's face. Presently, a little thread of blue smoke from a wood fire came up from the top of the tree, and Nutkin peeped through the keyhole and sang, "A house full, a hole full, and you cannot gather a bowl full. He is super rude." The squirrels searched for nuts all over the island and filled their little sacks. When Nutkin gathered oak apples, yellow and scarlet, and sat upon a beach stump playing marbles and watching the door of old Mr. Brown. See? The other little squirrels got permission from Old Brown to gather nuts to eat. But Nutkin had no permission to do all that stuff. Nutkin is being super rude to Mr. Owl and keeps on doing mean riddles. On the 3rd day, the squirrels got up very early and went fishing. They caught 7 fat minnows as a present for Old Brown. paddled over the lake and landed under a cookie chestnut tree on Owl Island. Jiggleberry and 6 other little squirrels each carried a fat minnow, but Nutkin, who had no nice manners, brought no present at all. He ran and ran, singing, "The man in the wilderness said to me, 'How many strawberries grow in the sea?' I answered him as I thought good, as many red herrings as grow in the wood." But old Mr. Brown took no interest in riddles, not even when the answer was provided for him. On the 4th day, the squirrels brought a present of 6 fat beetles, which were as good as plums and plum pudding for Old Brown. Each beetle was wrapped up carefully in a dock leaf, fastened with a fine needle pin. But Nutkin sang as truly as ever. "Oh, Mr. B, Riddle Mary, far of England and foot of Spain, met together in a shower of rain, put in a bag, tied around with a string. If you'll tell me this riddle, I'll give you a ring," which was ridiculous of Nutkin because he had not got any ring to give to Old Brown. The other squirrels hunted up and down the nut bushes, but Nutkin gathered robins' pincushions off a barrier bush and stuck them full of pine needle pins. Bad boy, bad boy, bad, 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 bad. On the 5th day, the squirrels brought a present of wild honey. It was so sweet and sticky that they licked their fingers as they put it down upon the stone. They had stolen it out of a bumblebee's nest on the tippity top of a hill, but Nutkin skipped up and down singing, "Hum-a-bum, buzz, buzz, hum-a-bum, bum, buzz." As I went over Tipple-time, I met a flock of brownie swine, some yellow-necked, some yellow-backed. They were the very bonniest swine that ever went over Tipple-time. Old Mr. Brown turned up his eyes in disgust at the impediment of Nutkin, but he ate up the honey. The squirrels read their little sacks of nuts, but Nutkin sat upon a big flat rock and played 9 pines with a crab, apple, and green fir cones. On the 6th day, which was Saturday, the squirrels came again for the last time. They brought a new laid egg in a little rush basket as a last parting present for Old Brown. But Nutkin ran in front, laughing and shouting, "Humpty Dumpty lies in the back with a white counterpane round his neck. 40 doctors and 40 wrights cannot put Humpty Dumpty to the right." Old Mr. Brown took an interest in eggs. He opened one eye and shut it again, but still he did not speak. Nutkin became more and more impertinent. "Old Mr. B, old Mr. B, hickamore on the king's kitchen door. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't drive hackamore off the king's kitchen door." But Nutkin danced up and down like a sunbeam, but still Old Brown said nothing at all. Nothing. Nutkin began again. "Arthur O'Bower has broken his pen. He comes roaring up the line. The King of Scots with all his power cannot turn Arthur off the bower." Nutkin made a ringing noise to sound like the wind. He took a running jump right onto the head of Old Brown. "Oh my God, he's gonna be in big trouble." Then all at once there was a flutterment and scufflement and a loud squeak. The other squirrels scattered away into the bushes. When they came back very cautiously, peeping round the tree, there was Old Brown sitting on his doorstep quite still, with his eyes closed, as if nothing had happened. But Nutkin was in his waist pocket. That looks like the end of the story, but it isn't. Old Brown carried Nutkin into his house and held him up by the tail, intending to skin him. But Nutkin pulled so very hard that his tail broke into two, and he dashed up the staircase and escaped out of the attic window. And to this day, if you met Nutkin up a tree and ask him a riddle, he will throw sticks at you and stamp his feet and scroll down, shout, "Cook, cook, cook, cook." The end. Now, let me tell you what this story is about. This story is about Nutkin and his brother and all the good little squirrels. But Nutkin is rude, very, very rude. They went to Owl Island for 6 days, and Nutkin kept on saying rude riddles to him. But then on the 6th day, the owl was intending to take off all his skin. That's disgusting. But he got out super hard that his tail broke into 2 parts. Okay? And if you even ask him a riddle, he would just be mean to you because he didn't want to be reminded by that bad time. Okay? Now that was the end of the story. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please press the subscribe button if you like it and the like button if you like it. Okay? And please share this video with your family and your friends. I really hope they like it too. Love you guys so much. See you guys next time.